Morning, church. We're with you again midweek. Pastor Wayne and I have become to really enjoy this time and opportunity for us to connect with you. I think we're pushing into the day 30s, 34, 35 with coronavirus. And, we were talking about how in a lot of cases this become pressure and hard for people. So I want to encourage you, let you know, number one, God loves you through this, and so do we. And again, we state this often, but we do. We really miss being with you. And we hope that you're not discouraged through this. Even in the midst of some trials like this, it's you're able to find joy in the Lord, and I would also say laughter. I think you guys know that Pastor Wayne and I we like to laugh a lot. We find a lot of humor in things. We can recall a goose incident a couple of years ago. Pastor Wayne was attacked by a goose and his brother.
Or last year when Pastor Wayne was attacked by Pastor Ron in the parking lot, dragging him across.
I don't recall.
Near death.
Near death?
Yeah.
I don't recall that. That happened? Do you have evidence of that?
I do. On my phone, documented. It did happen.
Even yesterday, I got a call from my daughter who was screaming sort of on the phone, and apparently a pipe burst in our house, and there's a lot of flood and all kinds of adventures. Bathroom floor is gone, furnace is dead. And I think the fun thing about that is that we were able to laugh through that.
Well, you were.
I was laughing. Yeah.
Susie?
No. Susie was not laughing. No. And then Samantha did an imitation of Susie, which made Susie laugh, of how Susie was going through the flood. So we were having Noah's flood yesterday. You were sharing actually something just which tickled me to no end.
Well, I was sharing the other day that, during the quarantine time, I think a lot of people are doing more cooking at home.
I'm doing a lot more eating.
Well, yes. It kind of showed. No,
I don't know. Hey.
Anyway, people are doing a lot more cooking at home, and I'm sure that there are some fun stories that are coming out of all of your extra cooking and eating that you're doing at home. We have one from our family that we keep coming back to repeatedly, and in fact, we came back to it just a day or two ago. Some of you at FBC might remember a few years ago when we did a Daniel fast all together here at the church. But during that Daniel fast, we had to be creative with coming up with some meals that were, okay to eat during the fast. One of those meals that Carrie came up with was carrot soup. And it sounds about as good as it tasted. And it's funny. It was one of those things where we were sitting around the table and she served us the carrot soup, and it was an orange bowl of mush. And we all five of us, we all kind of took one bite, and there was silence.
How did Carrie respond?
Well, she being the one who prepared it for us, I think she wanted to give it as much of a chance as possible. And so she, a couple more bites, and I think I even, was forcing it down, saying, "Okay, kids, eat up. This is dinner.
It's good.
It's fantastic." Anyway, she finally gave in and said, "You don't have to eat this anymore." And so from then on,
Carrot soup
has become synonymous with comparing all food to carrot soup in our family.
So at least it's not as bad as carrot soup.
Right. And the kids were giving a ranking scale the other day on something that Carrie made, and they're like, "It's right about here." So where's carrot soup to that, kids? Down in the basement, way down here.
So if your kids don't want to eat something, you're like, you'll eat it.
That's right.
Or carrot soup. Love you guys. Praying for you.
Of course, the
phone's ringing.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're going to answer that in a second. We miss you. God bless you.
Hey, why don't you guys share some of your stories with us? Some of the funny things that have happened during quarantine. Maybe they're food related. Maybe they're not.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just crazy. Share some of those stories with us. Send them through the email.
Love to hear
Facebook. We'd love to hear them.
Yep.
We might even share some of them in church on Sundays. So love to hear your stories.
Love you guys.
See ya.